This video is going to show you the various ways you can open files in Yate and how you can control how files get loaded by means of the open mode. Now for today's video I'm going to be using the open mode on the toolbar here, but the open mode is always available from the file menu, and it is also always available from the context menu in the main window. We are not going to be discussing the auto link to iTunes portions of the open mode in this discussion today. So the easiest way to open files in Yate is to simply drag one or more files over. In this case, I've dragged a single file, but I've got all the files in the containing folder because I am in album mode. If I close these files and if I set it to playlist mode and I do the same drag, I'm just going to get one file. Now, this can be cross-folder. You can select files in multiple folders. And again, it will all work as expected. Even in album mode, if you drag in files from multiple folders, you're going to get multiple folder contents. So that's the playlist and album mode. You can drag files from anywhere into Yate. So if I go to iTunes and I drag over a couple of tracks, because I'm in album mode, I will get the entire contents of the folders containing those tracks. If I switch to playlist mode and I do the same drag again, I'm just going to get the two tracks that were dragged in. You can drag from anywhere, as I said. This is an album database, a Yate album database. I can drag an album in from there. I can go to a track database and drag various tracks in. And all works as you expect. And again, the number of files that get loaded depends entirely on whether you're loading entire folder contents in album mode or single tracks in playlist mode. You can also open files by the standard, somewhat boring open file dialog. And again, how that works is totally mandated by the open mode. You can also go to the Finder and do an open with. Now, because the open with mechanism works, you can also write automator scripts to monitor folders and things of that nature, and that will all work as you would expect. You can also open files by dragging them to the dock icon. And if Yate is not running when you drag to the dock icon, it will automatically be opened. A somewhat more esoteric load technique is to have a path contained in the clipboard. I've just copied this path here. You can go to the main window and say open path in clipboard. And it works again as you would expect. You can actually have as many paths as you want in the clipboard at any one given time, as long as they are separated by new line characters. Now, up until now, we have been replacing, but you can also say you want to add folders. So if you drag over in add mode, the contents get added as opposed to being replaced. Typically, when in playlist mode, you are always in add mode, but if you wish, you can configure that you can actually set replace mode as well. You can also access a most recently used list, which Yate keeps for you. You can make something sticky at the bottom, or you can just have it automatically keep track of the last 10 or so items, whatever you've configured. And you can also get at that from a toolbar where you can do the same thing as well. Now, the one thing we have not discussed is whether you want to do a deep scan or not when you're opening items. So by default, you are currently, what we've done, you've either loaded single tracks or single folder contents. You can also tell Yate to do deep scans of folders and load everything contained under it. So if I select this folder here in that mode, you're going to see that everything contained in that folder has been opened. So this is pretty much it, other than writing actions, which can automatically cause files to be closed and opened as well. This is pretty much it for the open mode and how to load files in Yate.